You know, I haven't watched a Magical Girl anime in a while. I wonder what's been happening with those this season. Jesus Christ, that was like the anime equivalent of stepping on a Lego, except it just made me sad, and if I wanted to be depressed, I would just look at my YouTube channel. So what else is there this season? I mean, there's gotta be something, right? Wow, really? Nothing, huh? Okay, listen, I see what you're trying to say here, but I was looking for a new anime, not a new fetish. But I mean, if you insist. Mahou Shoujo Ore is an absurd anime. It takes the often glamorous concept of magical girls and turns it into something completely inane. It follows Saki, a wannabe idol who one day discovers that her mother was once a magical girl. So of course she's like, sign me the fuck up. Only to discover that being a magical girl isn't as attractive as she thought. Or maybe it's more attractive, it really just depends on your tastes. That's right, she has to turn into a big beefy boy in order to use her powers, and in reality she doesn't actually have any powers. She just has a rod to beat her enemy's skulls in. Eventually, her idol partner Sakio confesses her love to Saki and also becomes a magical girl. Which leads to the question, would this be Yaoi or Yuri? I need to know for organizational purposes. It doesn't really have much of a story, which I can't really fault it for since it's a parody anime, but at points I find it takes itself too seriously, where I think it should try to embrace the absurdity of everything. The anime also just likes to waste a lot of time, like, the first half of the first episode and the first half of the third episode are just completely unnecessary, and I don't know why they had to waste so much time with it. Like, I'm not watching this show for your half-assed character development, just give me more of that man service, dude. The characters are also incredibly two-dimensional, which again is exactly what I'd expect from an anime like this, but I finally try too hard to develop the characters, where I think they should have went the Pop Team Epic route, where they develop the characters through how they react to the situations they're put in. Again, that's very flat character development, but I feel like that's all that this anime really needs. On the other hand though, this anime is the only anime I've ever seen that has best girl and best boy being the same person, so I mean, wow, Sakio, great job, this is a huge honor, wow. Was that clapping or fapping? I guess you get to decide. The art and animation in the show are pretty unremarkable. At points it does get really good, especially during the transformation scene and some of the battles. They also use a very simple looking character style a lot for character reactions, which I think really sells the reactions and adds a lot to the experience. I have no complaints about the music really, like the music was really good for all the situations it was put in. The OP though is a fucking banger, and if you skip it, then I don't think we can actually be friends. Just stop. Stop skipping OPs, they're great, what are you talking about? The show does a pretty good job at deconstructing the magical girl genre though. Instead of a cute mascot, the mascot's a Yakuza guy, and all the monsters are incredibly buff chibi bears, and honestly the entire idea and concept of the show is just fucking hilarious. Eventually the novelty of the situation wears away, but it still remains fairly consistently entertaining in my opinion. Besides the 5th episode, that episode just kinda completely went over my head. Overall, I think you can safely recommend this to anyone who enjoys magical girl anime. Even if you don't watch magical girl anime, there's a pretty good chance you'll find something of value in here. Even though it can be slow at points, it manages to remain funny rather consistently, mostly due to the weird and wacky idea of magical girls that this anime brings to the table. It's by no means the best anime I've ever seen, but I think it's worth a watch if you're just looking to turn off your brain and laugh at something. I mean, what's an episode of 3 ever hurt somebody, am I right? I try not to spoil a lot of the jokes that happen in this show, mainly because I feel like the surprise really adds to the impact of the joke. So it was kind of hard to find things to talk about with this show since comedy is the main aspect of it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video anyway, I had a lot of fun making it. As always, I always have fun making videos, dude. Making videos is just a good time. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe and like the video and all that other bullshit, because I need to stroke my ego somehow, dude. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.